Recording in progress.
Okay, let's start the today's session. In the previous sessions, we have taken one problem, and that problem we have practiced initially by exact, followed by collocation, then Galerkin, then least square, and finally with subdomain. So let's take one more problem. Okay, so what you observed between the problem which now I am taking, it is in terms of boundary conditions. Okay, so let me first start with the problem, right? So let's start the problem. So the problem is d square u by dx square plus u is equal to x square for x ranging between 0 to 1, for u when x is 0 is equal to 0, and value of du by dx when x is equal to 1 is equal to 1, right? Okay, so this is a problem. Okay, now let us solve. We have already solved this problem by exact method. So let's solve this problem by collocation, Galerkin, least square, and subdomain. Okay, so let's start with that. So see, in order to start with the problem, as I told you, so very basic step is to write down the approximate solution. Okay, so I will just write down the approximate solution. So let u is equal to, okay, we'll be writing the approximate solution in terms of polynomial. See, approximate solution you can write down in terms of polynomial or trigonometric function. So we will write down in terms of polynomial. So let u is equal to, okay, c0 plus c1x plus c2x square, okay, plus c3x cube. Okay, so let me call this as one equation number 1. Okay, be an approximate solution. Let this be an approximate solution. Okay, you might have feel that, sir, why you have written only this much? See, when you write down this much only, the problem will be get solved. Okay, but error will be more. When you write down till this much, again the problem will be solved, but error will be, okay, more, right? So what is expected? What is expected? You should take the power of x at least 1 greater than order of given differential equation. See, if you can see this given differential equation, it's the second order. So we have taken the power of x as third. Okay, so we have taken 1 greater than order of given differential equation. Okay, so see, when you it is minimum expected that you should take the power of x at least 1 greater than order of given differential equation. If you want, you can add one more term, plus c4 x raised to power 4. It is okay. Plus c5 x raised to power 5. Also, you can do that. Not a problem. So as you go on increasing the number of constants, what happens? Your accuracy will again goes on increasing. Okay. So what is minimum expectation? You should have the power of x at least 1 greater than order of given differential equation. Okay. So that is what is written. Okay. See, it doesn't mean that when you take it only this much, the problem will not be get solved. Obviously, the problem will be get solved. When you take this much only, again problem will be get solved. But at least expected you should take 1 power greater than order of given differential equation. Okay, now see, I have written the approximate solution in terms of polynomial. It is having sufficient degree differential to the order of given differential equation. And third step will be, we need to apply the given boundary conditions. Okay, so let's first apply the first boundary condition. Okay, so what first boundary condition says? U is equal to 0 when x is 0. Okay, so I'll put that. So I'll put u is equal to 0. I'll put the value of u is equal to 0. At the same time, I will put x as 0. So c1 into x is 0. plus C2 into x is 0 square plus C3 into x is 0 cube. Okay. So when you put this value, see what I done? I'll put u as 0 when I have taken x as 0. So when you take x as 0, value of u is 0. So when you do that, you will get the value of C0 is equal to 0. You will get value of C0 is equal to 0, right? So this is the first boundary condition which you applied. Okay, let us now apply the second boundary condition. Let us apply the second boundary condition. What does it says? You need to take first derivative of u with respect to x, right? So you just differentiate this u first with respect to x. Okay, so when I do that, I will write down derivative of u with respect to x is du by dx. See, what is the derivative of u with respect to x is du by dx. See, c0, its value is already 0. Okay, is equal to, so see, c0 is already 0. Okay, c1 into derivative of x is 1 plus c2 into derivative of x square is 2x plus c3 into derivative of x cube is 3x square, right? Is 3x square. Okay, so we have taken the derivative of u with respect to x. But what this equation says? We need to take the derivative of u with respect to x, and in that derivative, if you put x is equal to 1, in that derivative, if you put x is equal to 1, that value is equal to 1. Okay, so now I will put in du by dx, what I will do, I will put x is equal to 1. In du by dx, I will put x is equal to 1. So let's see what we get. So du by dx, when x is equal to 1, c1 plus c2, I will write down as it is. Okay, into bracket 2 into x is 1 plus c3 into bracket 3 into x is 1 square. Okay, so in the equation of du by dx, if you put x is equal to 1, okay, your right hand side is equal to 1. See, you can see in the equation of du by dx, if you put x is equal to 1, your value is equal to 1, right? So see, if you just solve it, okay, so see here we have eliminated one constant c0. Now let's eliminate one more constant and let it be c1. Okay, so if you just write down the value of c1, you will get as 1 minus twice of c2 minus thrice of c3. Okay, so this is the value of c1 what we got, right? See, purpose is initially we got the value of one constant, next we have calculated the value of second constant. Okay, right? So we have what I need to convey is we have basically eliminated two constants. We have represented this constant in terms of other constants. Right? That is the purpose. This is only how you can solve the equation. Right? Now see, we have the value of c0, we have the value of c1. Okay. Now let us put those values. Okay, let's put those values. So I'll write down here, putting c0 and c1 in equation number 1. I'll put these values of c0 and c1 in this equation number 1. Okay, so when I put that, what I will get is u is equal to c0. See, we have written this equation. Okay, now we need to solve this equation. How will solve this equation? You impose the boundary condition. So when we impose the boundary condition, we got these constants, values of constant we have got. Okay, right? So c0 it's already 0. I will not write down that. In plus c1. Okay, c1. So this is the value of c1. That is 1 minus twice of c2 minus thrice of c3. This is c1 x plus c2x square plus c3x cube. Okay, try to understand. So see, if you just see this equation, there are four constants. When we impose the two boundary conditions, those constant gets eliminated. As a result of that, we got a refined value of u, and that contains only two constants. Okay, so that is the reason why we impose the boundary conditions, right? So now let's solve this equation. Okay, let's solve this equation. So what I will do before solving it, I will just club the terms having coefficient c2. I will just club the terms having coefficient c3. Okay, so u is equal to, okay, so let's do that. Here coefficient of c2 is x square. Okay, x square minus 2 into x. You can see minus 2 into x c2. Try to understand. I'm clubbing the terms having coefficient c2. Okay, so this is c2 into x square. So you can see c2 into x square, then minus 2 c2x, minus 2 c2x, right? Then I will write down or I will club the terms having coefficient C3. Okay, so this becomes x cube minus 3x C3, x cube minus 3x C3. Okay, plus see 1 into x, it's x. Okay, you can just see this. Either you see this equation or you just see this equation. Both the equations are one and same. Right? I just, what I have done in this equation is I have just clubbed the terms having coefficient C2, then the coefficient C3 and some constant term. Okay, that is the only thing which I've done. Right? Now see, if you just clearly look at this equation, what we required second derivative of u. Okay, we require double derivative basically. Okay, so for that, let's calculate the first derivative. Okay, let's calculate du by dx. Let's calculate du by dx. So what you'll get is, okay, you'll get this as, this is 2x minus 2. See, derivative of x square is 2x minus derivative of 2x is 2. Okay, c2 plus, okay, derivative of x cube is 3x square minus derivative of 3x is 3 c3, okay, plus derivative of x 1, right, plus derivative of x is 1. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, now we require double derivative. We require double derivative. Dou square u by dou x square I will write down. Dou square u by dou x square, right? So let's take the double derivative of this one. Okay, what is the derivative of 2x? Let's differentiate this term one more time. That means double derivative. Okay, so it is 2, derivative of 2x is 2, derivative of 2 is 0, that is 2c2, plus derivative of 3x square is 6x, derivative of 3 is 0 into c3, plus derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, so that I will not write down. Okay, so see, we have differentiated this term one more time, so that becomes dou square u by d square u by dou x dx, right? D square u by dx. Okay, so now we have this d square u by dx square. Okay, the value is known. Okay, now see, whatever the solution for the u which we have assumed, it's approximate. You can see what I written. Let this be an approximate solution. So whatever the value of u which we have written, okay, it's approximate. It's approximate. Okay, so what happens is, see, whatever the value of u we have written, it's the approximate value. Whatever the value of u we have written, it's the approximate value. So what happens is, okay, when you bring this term on the right hand side, okay, I'll just bring this term dou square u by dou x square plus u. I'll just bring this term on a left hand side, okay, minus x square. Okay, then it should be equal to 0, right? It should be equal to 0. See, when you bring this term on a left hand side, it becomes minus, and your right hand side should be equal to 0. But see here, but whatever the solution that you have written, it's approximate. So what happens is, your right hand side will not be equal to 0 because you have approximate solution. So your right hand side will not be equal to 0. Okay, and as it is not equal to 0, it is called as a residue. Okay, see that right hand side is not equal to 0. That means it is a residue. Okay, see, right hand side is not equal to 0. That means there is some error, and that error we used to call it as residue. And now we are interested to make this residue to be equal to 0. Now we want that error to be equal to 0. Okay, so I will just rewrite the value of r. So r is given by d square u by dx square plus u minus x square plus u minus x square, right? So okay, so let's put those values. So is equal to, what is the value of d square u by dx square? This is the value, right? So that is 2c2 plus 6x c3 plus 6x c3. That is the value of this one, right? d square u by dx square plus u. Okay, you can see this is the value of u what we got, so that I need to write down plus u, value of u I will write down x square minus 2x c2 plus, see this value of u I'm writing, plus x cube minus 3x c3 plus x, right? So this is the value of u what I've written. See, this is dou square u by d square u by dx square. See, this is available here. Then u, value of u, okay, that I've written, right? Minus x square, okay, minus x square. Okay. So now what we will do here is, okay, we will try to, okay, rearrange it in the form of coefficients of C2, C3, and some other constant terms, right? So let's do that. So is equal to, okay, is equal to, let's have the coefficients of C2. Okay, so coefficient of C2, let's club those. So x square minus 2x, see, x square minus 2x, see, this is x square minus 2x is the coefficient of C2, and here coefficient of C2 is 2. Okay, so I'll just write down plus 2 C2. Okay, so this is plus 2 C2. Okay, next write down, just club the terms having coefficient C3, that is x cube minus 3x, x cube minus 3x. You can see this is the coefficient of C3. Again, you have here coefficient of C3 as 6x. Okay, so I'll just write down plus 6x. So this becomes the coefficient of C3. This becomes the coefficient of C3, right? Now let's arrange, okay, this term. See, this is a constant term. It doesn't have any coefficient to them, right? See, this term we are taken care, this term we are taken care, this also we are considered, this also we are considered, right? This is remaining. So how I'll write down this term? So I'll just take minus common. So I'll write down this as x square minus x square minus x. You can see minus x square minus x square, okay, plus x. So minus is plus x. Okay. So let me write down it one more time. Okay, so this becomes x square minus twice x plus 2 c2. Okay, plus I'll just write down x cube. Okay, x cube. You can see this 6x minus 3x is plus 3x c3. Okay, minus x square minus x. Okay, minus x square minus x. Okay. So this is the equation which we have got. Let me call this as equation number 3. Okay. See, till this part, whatever the method you follow, this part you are supposed to do it. Okay. So this part, whatever the calculation till we have done it, okay, it is common irrespective of any method you follow. Okay. So you follow any method, this calculation, it is same. This calculation is to be done. Okay, now what I am doing, I am solving the same problem, okay, by multiple methods. Okay, I'm solving the same problem by different methods. So I am not repeating this calculation every time. Okay, so is it okay till this one? Is it okay till this one? Let me know. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, now from here, let us start with our let's say first method. I will start first with the collocation method. Okay, collocation method. So try to understand. So collocation, okay, the name itself indicates, it talks about the locations. It talks about the location. Okay. Now see, you just try to understand. Okay, just try to understand. Okay, so as I told you, okay, so number of locations, okay, how many number of locations, okay, you need to take. So number of locations within the domain, okay, I will just write down that more specifically. Number of locations within the domain is equal to number of constants in R. Okay, try to understand. See, we need to solve this equation now, right? In order to solve this equation, you can see this equation, it is having two constant, right? Single equation you can't solve. Single equation with two unknowns you are not able to solve, right? This is a single equation with two constant that we are not able to solve. So for that, what we require two equations Okay, so if we have the two equations which are having two unknowns, then such sort of equations we can solve, right? So see, how many locations we will take? We will take the number of locations equal to number of constants in R. So you can see in the equation of R, we are having two constants. So purpose to take okay, two locations is to get two equations. Okay, for solving two constants. Try to understand. In this equation, there are two constants. Okay, but we have a single equation. Okay, there are two constants. What is our idea? We need to solve. Okay, so our purpose is to solve two equations with two unknown. So how we'll get these two equations? By taking two locations, right? So see, okay, so I will just write down here. So okay, let me draw first that domain. Okay, so I will just mark it here on. So you can see, okay, this is our domain. Okay, domains means what? It is a range. So x, value of x is 0 and value of x is 1. You can see from where the value has been came. What is the minimum value of x? It's a 0. Maximum is 1. You can see minimum value of x here, it is 0, right? Minimum value of x here, it's a 0. Okay, maximum value of x here is 1, right? So that is the thing which only I have written. So value of x here is 0, value of x here is 1. Now we try to understand between 0 to 1, how many locations I will take. Okay, location is a different thing. Okay, so within 0 to 1, okay, so I need to take how many locations? Two locations. So let's say I have taken these two locations. Okay, I have taken two locations. See, number of locations, I have taken two locations. See, when you take two locations, okay, you are getting three parts. I don't understand. When you take two locations, you are getting three parts. Okay, so what is the size of every part? See, basically this length is 1, and that 1 you are dividing into three parts. So what is the size of each part? It's 1/3. Yes or no? The size of each part is 1/3. Okay, if you're not able to do it in that manner, okay, so I will just write down here size of each part is given by b minus a by n. Okay, so otherwise if you can write down that formula, b minus a by n. See, b is what? 1. Okay, maximum limit. A is 0, that is the minimum limit. Upon n, it's a number of parts. I want three parts. Okay, so what is the size we are getting? We are getting the size of each part as 1/3, right? So what is the size of each part? It's 1/3. Okay, so obviously, see, this is 1, right? This is 1. See, 0 to 1. Then what is this total measures? This measures 1. Okay, this measures 1. And 1 we are splitting into three parts. Then size of the each part is 1/3, right? So let us start here. If x is 0 here, what is the value of x here? Can you tell me? It's 0 plus 1/3, right? So it becomes 1/3. Try to understand. Here x is 0. In the 0, if you add 1/3, you will get value as 1/3. Now here x is 1/3. Okay. Now if we need to calculate here x, what value of x you are getting here? This 1/3 is already there. Plus you need to add this 1/3. Try to understand. This is 1/3. This is 1/3. So here you will get value of x as, okay, 2/3. 2/3. Try to understand. See, here x was 0. What is the value of x here? It's 1/3. Okay. What is the value of x here? It's 1/3 plus 1/3. That is 2/3. And what is the value of x here? It's 2/3 plus 1/3. That is 1. See, this 0 will come here. Okay. This 1/3 will go here. See, that is what is written. Is it okay with this one? Let me know. Is it okay with this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see. Now how we got two location. First location is when x is 1/3. A second location is when x is 2/3. Right? Now let us put these values of x as 1/3 first and get one equation. Okay. So in this equation of r, what I will do, I will put initially x as 1/3. Okay. So I'll put, I'll just write down here r when x is 1/3 is given by, see r, see this is the value of r I will write down when x is 1/3 is given by, the bracket I will write down x square, that is 1/3 square minus 2 into x is 1/3 plus 2 plus x cube, that is 1 by 3 cube, right? 1 by 3 cube plus 3 into x, x is 1 by 3, right? Bracket complete C3, right? Bracket complete C3 minus x is 1 by 3 square minus x is again 1 by 3 minus x is again 1 by 3. Okay, so bracket complete. Try to understand? Okay, so what I've done, I just put x as 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 square minus twice 3 into 1 by 3 into C3 minus, okay, 1 by 3 square, okay, minus 1 by 3. Okay, now see what I told you, we want this residue to be equal to 0, right? So I will take its right hand side equal to 0. Is that okay? Is that okay or not? We want this residue is an error. We want that to be equal to 0. Okay, now see, just let me know what values you are getting for this one. What is this term is coming? What this term is coming? Just do the calculation and let me know what this term is coming, how much. Do it fast. How much you are getting that term? How much you are getting? Can anybody tell me how much this value is coming? Simple calculation, you can do that. Do the simple calculation. Let me know how much this is coming. Let me know how much. Okay, how much it is coming?
1.44.
1.44 C2. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this calculation. 1 by 3 cube plus 3 into 1 by 3. This value, do it fast. Any one of you can do this. Any one of you can do this. One of you can do this. This is
1.44, yeah.
oh, I know it. That is only I written, no? 1.44. You can see. Next, this thing. Do it fast. Okay, so it will come as 1.04 C3. Okay, then minus sign I will write down as it is. Okay, and let minus 0.22. Okay, so is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay, so I'll just bring this minus is plus. I'll bring that term on the right hand side. So we'll get 1.44 C2, 1.44 C2 plus 1.04 C3 is equal to minus 0.22. So I'll just write down that as one more equation. Let that equation be 4. Okay, so let this be equation 4. Okay, this we got equation 4. We got by taking r as 1 by 3. Right now what we'll do again? Okay, in this equation. Okay, now I will take r as 2 by 3. Okay, so r when x has 2 by 3, r when x has 2 by 3 is given by 2 by 3 square minus 2 into 2 by 3 plus 2 C2 plus, okay, 2 by 3 cube plus 3 into 2 by 3 C3 minus 2 by 3 square minus 2 by 3. Okay, this is when r when 2 by 3, right? Value of r when x is 2 by 3, that we have put. And obviously this is again equal to 0 because we want the residue or error to be equal to 0. Okay, now let's do this calculation and let me know what values you are getting. Okay, do this. Okay, just do this and let me know. So when you solve this, now see, it's a simple calculation. Okay, you'll get its value as 1.11 C2. Okay, plus this you solve it, you'll get this as 2.3. You'll get 2.3 C3 minus sign I will write down as it is. Minus sign I will write down as it is, and that term will come as minus 0.22. Okay, minus 0.22 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0, right? So I'll just bring this term. See, minus minus is plus. I'll just bring it on the right hand side. So this becomes 1.1 C2 plus 2.3 C3 is equal to, okay, minus 0.22. So let me call this as equation number 5, right? Let us call this as equation number 5. Okay, now we will solve the equation number 4 and 5. Obviously, we need to solve this in a calculator. So solving equation 4 and 5, we'll solve this equation 4 and 5 so as to get the values of C2 and C3. Okay, so as to get the values of C2 and C3. So let's do that. Okay, how will do this? How are we going to do that? Simply go to this calculator. Okay, then we can go to the solve the system equations with one node. Okay, let's solve that. So I'll put that 1.44. On the other side, we have 1.04. On the right hand side, we have minus 0.22. At the bottom, we have 1.11, 2.3, and 0.22. Okay, these values we have entered, right? And when we solve it, we got these values of C2. And you can check it. Minus 0.1285, and this is minus 0.0336. Okay, so that is a value which we got. Okay, I expect each of you should do this calculation. Okay, so we got these values of C2 and C, right? What is the purpose to calculate these constants? Okay, what is the purpose to calculate these constants? Try to understand. This is the initial approximate solution which we have written. On this initial approximate solution, we have imposed the two boundary conditions. So when we impose the boundary condition, we have got the equation number 2. Still, in equation number 2, there are two constants. That is the reason. So unless we calculate the values of constant, we are not able to calculate the value of u at any point between 0 to 1. Okay, so this equation contains two constants. So for that, we have solved this much. So now when we have it, the values of constants, I'll just write down this. So putting in okay, equation number, this is the equation number 2. So I'll put these values in equation number 2. So this is the equation number 2. So what I will get? I'll get the value of u is equal to, this is C2. See, this is value of C2. I'll just write down first. Okay, x square minus 2x into C2. So I'll just write down first C2. This is minus 0.1285. This is C2 into x square minus 2x, plus this into C3. So I'll just write down first C3. Minus 0.0336. Okay. X cube minus 3x, into C3 plus x, right? Plus x. Okay. So now see, once we have the value of u, okay, what we will do is we will try to calculate the value of u at different locations. So let us calculate the value of u. Let's say at 0.25, u at 0.5, u at 0.75, and u at x is equal to 1. So let's do this. Let us do this. Okay, let's calculate it. Okay, so for calculating this, okay, just set this equation in a calculator once. Okay, and further we can just solve it for different values of x. Okay, so let's do that. So let's do this. I will just set that equation minus 0.1285 into x square, okay, x square minus 2 into x minus 0.036 into x cube minus 3 into x plus x. Okay, so this is the equation which I've said. Now I will solve it. I'll just solve it for what value of x? Initially at x is equal to 0. Let's solve that. So let's see what value we're getting. I'm getting that value as, you can see that 0.3326. Okay, now I will solve it again for x is equal to 0. For x is equal to 0.5. So get that value as 0.6459. Again, I will solve. Solve for x what? 0.75. Okay, so let's solve that. I'm getting that value as 0.9363. Again, I will solve. For what value of x? 1. So I'll get it that as 1.2005. Okay, so I got these values. Okay, so is it okay with this one? Is it okay? Is it okay? Let me know. Is it okay with this one or not?
Yes.
Is it okay? Okay. So see, we have solved this by collocation. Okay, so let us solve by the next method. Let us solve that by next method. And let's take that method as a Galerkin method. So let us solve that by Galerkin method. Okay, so I will solve that now. Okay, by Galerkin method. I'll solve that now by second method, and that is Galerkin method. Galerkin method. Okay, so see, as I told you, okay, for Galerkin method, okay, Galerkin method, okay, we need to apply the weighted residual equation. Whether it is Galerkin, whether it is least square or subdomain, we need to go for weighted residual equation. Okay, so I'll just write down that. Okay, weighted residual equation. Weighted residual equation. Okay, what is your weighted residual equation? Is 0 is equal to integration Ohm into Wi into R into dx, right? This is our weighted residual equation. This is our weighted residual equation, right? Now let us solve this weighted residual equation. Okay, where you know that what is Ohm? It's a domain, right? So I'll just rewrite this equation. 0 is equal to integration. Now Ohm, it's a domain. Okay, so if you can see the clearly problem, what is our domain for x? X ranging between 0 to 1. Okay, so that I will write down 0 to 1 into Wi. Okay, weight function. I will just write down that as it is into R. Okay, so as I told you, okay, this calculation, it is common to any method. Okay, so let's take the R. R is given as, see, this is the value of R which I will write down now. Okay, so this is R. R is given by x square minus twice x plus 2 C2 plus x cube plus 3x C3 minus x square minus x. Okay, so this is your R. See, Wi into R into dx. Right? Okay, so we are written R now. Right? Now see, now question will be what is weight function, right? Weight function we need to write down. Weight function we need to write. Okay, so see, as I told you, weight functions. Okay, weight functions. If you want, I will just write down it again. Weight functions are coefficients. Weight functions are coefficients of arbitrary constants. Weight functions are coefficients of arbitrary constants in approximate solution. In approximate solution. Weight functions are the coefficients of approximate constant in approximate solution after satisfying after satisfying all, okay, what is the meaning of all? That is essential as well as natural. After solving essential and natural, after satisfying all means essential and natural boundary conditions. Okay, boundary conditions. Okay, so weight functions, from where we need to take the weight functions? We need to take the weight functions from the approximate solution. Okay, see, we need to take the weight functions from what? Approximate solution, we need to take it. Okay, and in approximate solution, okay, we need to take the coefficients of arbitrary constants. See, this only you remember. In the approximate solution, okay, we should take the coefficients of arbitrary constants. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so see, all of you, see, this is our approximate solution. You can see this is our approximate solution. U is equal to, okay, if you want, I will just rewrite that equation. Okay, if you just want, I will just rewrite that. See, this is the value of U. Okay, that is the approximate solution. So from approximate solution, okay, we will take, okay, the coefficients of arbitrary constants as weight functions. Okay, see, if you want, I'll just write down that U is equal to, again, x square minus twice x c2, you can see c2 plus x cube minus thrice x c3 plus x. Okay, so this is our approximate solution. This is our approximate solution. Okay, so in approximate solutions, okay, we have two constants. Okay, we have two constants. They are c2 and c3. Okay, so coefficients of the constants. Okay, what is the coefficient of c2? It's x square minus 2x. So this is my first weight function. Similarly, coefficient of second constant, that is c3, it's x cube minus 3x. It's my second weight function, right? So I have this. See, ultimately, if you need to solve this equation, it is having two constants. Single equation with two constants, you are not able to solve. So what you can vary here, weight functions. So if you take two different values of weight functions, you will get two equations. Okay. So how you will take two values of weight functions? You need to take the two values of weight functions from approximate solution. From approximate solution. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Is it okay or not? Is it okay? So let us solve now. Let us solve now. So I'll just write down that 0 is equal to integration 0 to 1, integration 0 to 1. First weight function I will write down x square minus twice x. Okay, rest of the term I will write down as it is. Okay, x square minus twice x plus 2 c2 plus x cube plus thrice x c3 minus x square minus x, okay, into dx. See, weight function into r into dx. Now let's split this bracket. So 0 is equal to, okay, I'll just write down this into this multiplication. So integration 0 to 1 x square minus 2x into this is x square minus 2x plus 2. See, this into this into c2 into dx. So this is dx c2, right? Next, this term into this term. So I'll just write down that plus integration 0 to 1 x square minus 2x into this term, that is x cube plus 3x, x cube plus 3x into c3 dx. So I'll just write down that as dx c3, right? Next, this term into this term. So minus 7 I will write on the first, minus integration 0 to 1 x square minus 2x into x square minus x into dx, right? So now let us solve this. Let's solve this equation now. Let us solve this equation now. Okay. So is equal to 0 is equal to, let us solve now this. Okay. In order to solve this equation, we need to go again in a calculator. So we'll go. Okay, I'll solve it like integration for the limit 0 to 1. Integration 0 to 1. Okay. And within this, I have x square minus 2 into x into one more bracket I have. In that I have x square minus 2 into x plus 2. Okay, so this completes the bracket, right? So let's solve it. So let's see what answer we're getting. We're getting minus 0.8, right? So we're getting that as a minus 0.8. Okay, so that is the coefficient of C2. Okay, see this value we are getting as minus 0.8. This value, this is coming as minus 0.8. So it's a minus 0.8, this bracket. So it is a coefficient of C2. Let's solve the second bracket. Let's solve the second bracket. So this is x square minus 2x, and in the second term, what you have, second term, you have it as x cube plus 3 into x, x cube plus 3 into x. Okay, x cube plus 3 into x. Let's solve that. Minus 1.48 will get. So this is minus 1.48, and this is the coefficient of C3. Okay, this is the coefficient of C3. See, this term, it's coming as minus 1.48, and this is the coefficient of C3. Then minus sign I have written as it is. Now let's try the second term, last term. Okay, so this is x square minus x. X square minus x. X square minus x. Okay, so you'll get it as how much? That is coming as 0.11 or 66, right? 0.1166. Okay, so you can see we got this, right? Okay, so let me write down this. Okay, so what I will do is, okay, this minus and minus, I will bring it on the left hand side. So this becomes plus 0.8 C2 plus 1.48 C3 is equal to minus 0.1166. So let me call this as one more equation, and let that equation be, let us say 6. Let this be equation number 6. Okay. Now we need to put the second weight function. So let's put the second weight function. So in this equation now I'll put second weight function. So 0 is equal to integration 0 to 1, only the second weight function. Initially I'll put this, now I'll put this. Okay, so that is x cube minus 3x, x cube minus 3x into r. See, weight function I have written as second weight function, and this r I will copy as it is. This is x square minus 2x plus 2 C2 plus x cube plus 3x into C3 minus x square minus x dx. Okay, so let us again split it. Let's again split the bracket. So 0 is equal to, okay, integration 0 to 1 x cube minus 3x, x cube minus 3x into x square minus 2x plus 2 dx to the coefficient C2 plus integration 0 to 1 x cube minus 3x into x cube plus 3x dx to the coefficient C3, right? Minus, see, this into this is minus integration 0 to 1 x cube minus 3x into x square minus x dx, right? Into x square minus x dx, right? So now let's solve this. So 0 is equal to we will solve this term, each and every term will solve. Okay, so let's write down that integration 0 to 1 into this bracket, what we have, x cube minus 3 into x into second bracket, what we have, x square minus 2 into x plus 2. Okay, plus 2, right? This is the first term what we have. Okay, so that I've written. So let's solve it. So we are getting these as minus 0.48. So this is minus 1.48. This is the coefficient of C2. Let's solve the second term. x cube minus 3x as it is, x cube plus 3x. The second term is x cube plus 3x. X cube plus 3 into x. Okay, so let's solve that. Minus 2.85 you'll get minus 2.86. So I'll just write down that as minus 2.86. This is the coefficient of C3. Minus sign I will write down as it is. Let's write down last term, x square minus x. X square minus x. So let's check what we get. Minus, sorry, 0.2166. 0.2166. Okay. So this we have calculated now. So let's rearrange it. So this minus these two terms, I'll bring it on the left hand side. They becomes plus. So 1.48 C2 plus 2.86 C3 is equal to minus 0.2166. So let this be equation number 7. Okay. So solve the equation 6 and 7. So solving equation 6 and 7. Let's calculate C2 and let's calculate C3. So let's do that. Okay, we'll go to this. Okay, I'll just clear it. I'll go to mode. I'll go to solve system equations with 2 unknown. Okay, and in that I will just start putting each and every value. Okay, so I'll put those values. Okay, 0.8, then 1.48, then minus 0.1166, then 1.48, then 2.86, minus 0.2166. Okay, so let's solve. So we got this value C2 minus 0.1322, C3 minus 0.0073. Okay, we got this value. All of you can check it. Okay, just check these values. 0.8. Okay, 0.8, 1.48, minus 0.1166, then 1.48, 2.86, and minus 0. Okay, so we got this value. Okay. Now, purpose to solve this equation is we need to put these values. Okay, again in equation number 2. Okay, so putting these values, putting C2 and C3 in equation number 2. What we get u, value of u as, I'll just put these values of u in the equation number 2. So I'll get it as minus 0.1322. Okay, x square minus 2x. Okay, then minus 0.0073. Okay, x cube minus 3x plus x I got. Okay, now once I have this value, what I will do, I'll put x as 0. Let's say 25. I'll put x as 0.5. Then I will put x as 0.75, and I'll put x as 1. Okay, so let's put that. I'll just fastly set this equation in the calculator, and then we can conclude with this session. Okay, so minus 0.1322 into alpha x square minus 2 into alpha x minus 2 minus 0.0073 into alpha x cube minus 3 into x plus x, right? So let's solve it. Let's solve this. For what value of x? X is 0.25. Let's solve that. So we're getting that value 0.3132. Now let's solve for x at 0.5. Let's solve that fast. 0.6091. Let's solve for x is equal to 0.75. We're getting that as 0.8872. Let's solve it for x is equal to 1.1468. Okay, so is it okay now? All of you, is it okay? What is taken? You understood this? What we have done? Is it okay or not? Let me know.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today we will stop here, and in the next lecture we will practice the same problem with the two methods, remaining methods, like subdomain and least square. Okay, so today we will stop, and in the next lecture we will continue with the same problem but by least square and subdomain.
Okay. लिस्ट करने का